Hi, my name is Lon Reukauf. I'm a candidate for Montana Stock Growers Board of Directors from the Northeast District. I'm a grandchild of homesteaders who raised a large family from 1910 through the Great Depression. I probably wouldn't be a rancher in Northeast Montana, except my grandparents were too poor to buy train tickets for their large family to leave. I'm a longtime member of the Montana Stock Growers who believes that the members, staff, and stock growers officers perform the essential and important task of representing cattle producers such as myself to government entities, the legislature, the media, and the general public. Some of my experiences and opinions are as follows. My wife, son, and daughter-in-law operate a mostly cow-calf ranch in northeastern Montana. We're 20 miles northwest of Terry, Montana, or 40 miles straight north of Miles City. We've been active in many phases of cattle and beef production, including finishing animals in custom feedlots in several states. I'm a proponent of using commodity futures to manage risk and ownership of calves, yearlings, and finished cattle, in addition to locking in input costs. At times, our ranch has a lot of borrowed money against cattle, and without some sort of price insurance, retained ownership would be impossible for us. I have numerous firsthand experiences of how treacherous and unpredictable all types of markets can be. The big reason I convinced my wife to move to our home ranch 38 years ago was a love of the land that I grew up on. This commitment to keep our land productive and diverse is what led to our being nominated and receiving the Montana Environmental Stewardship Award. We also received the Region 5 Environmental Stewardship Award in 2016. We have 3 different summer allotments of mixed ownership of our own private lands, along with federal, state, and private lease. The grazing rotations we have range from 6 pasture rest to a 3 pasture deferred. We also use electric fence to focus grazing on certain areas at certain times in certain different years. Like a lot of you, I've served on several county boards that take time and require homework, but pay very little to nothing. I strongly believe that having a say at the very beginning of federal, state, and county policies is much wiser and easier than trying to battle them later. We're vigorous supporters of the beef checkoff and believe that we have received an excellent return on our small investment. Since I like to cook, and especially I like to eat beef, I find the new products and recipes for beef very interesting. Just Google beef, it's what's for dinner. One of my biggest concerns is the limited processing capacity for America's finished cattle. I do not see a way to legislatively force the large meat packers to build more plants. I do believe that there is tremendous potential for individual ranchers to market their own beef, especially hamburger. Our family sold some ranch-raised hamburger this past summer. We received a great price, and consumers were very eager to know their food producers. Remember, capitalism does not work without competition. On the environmental front, part of our ranch is contained within a wilderness study area, whose dominant plant species will soon be leafy spurge. Thinking that designating lands as wilderness protects them is like locking your children in a closet their whole life to protect them. It doesn't work. Just a few environmental groups would like the land to return to the way it was when Walt Disney got done creating it, except that he didn't. If you folks choose me to serve on the board of directors, I'll do my best to listen and represent you. The board of directors does not make policy. The board implements the members' chosen policies. Thanks for being stock grower members.